Welcome back to our video series focusing on working with buyers. I'm really glad that you could join us today. It's very important that we control the buyer market share. And if we control the buyer market share, we'll sell more real estate. And that's what we're all about. So today I want to talk about some of the things that you can do after you've counseled your buyer, after you've talked about the risk-reward analysis of writing an offer in a certain way. Let's get down to the real nitty-gritty. We all know that prior to the presentation of an offer, the public records should be researched. We should be looking at the deed to determine ownership. We should be looking at the note and deed of trust to add up, do the math, and see whether or not the property is over encumbered. And also to determine whether the parties on the note are the same parties that are on the deed, just in case the property is a short sale. We want to be noticing whether or not there is a default by the homeowner, or whether or not a trustee sale date has actually been posted. So we have homework to do, and we always want to do that homework before we actually present an offer on behalf of a buyer, because at the end of the day, that we know the truth is nobody likes surprises. So that's a critical element of our preparation. And discuss your findings with the buyer. Bring them into the discussion. Make them part of it. The more you create that partnership and that relationship with the buyer, the more likely it will be that that buyer will be loyal to you. These elements, these discussion points become very, very important in building that relationship, the long-term relationship. The other thing I want you to always be discussing with your buyer ahead of time is the value of actually providing the verification of their down payment and closing costs with the offer. I know the contract says you have a certain period of time before you have to prove that the buyer has the funds for the down payment and closing costs. Why wait? Why not give strength and credibility to your buyer's offer by including their verification of down payment and closing costs right up front? It's not a big deal. It just makes you look more professional, makes your buyer look more credible. And it's something that can be easily discussed with the buyer and explained by, again, evaluating the risk and the reward of taking any particular course of action. And the other thing is to get a real, legitimate pre-approval letter. The pre-approval letters ought to address the fact that this mortgage broker or lender, and hopefully we're using our in-house services for this purpose, but we want to make sure that the credit report has been reviewed, that a written loan application has been received. The stronger your pre-approval letter is, the more likely it is that your offer will be the successful offer in a multiple situation. And that's what we want to achieve for our buyers. That's why our buyers come to us. And so when we take the right course of action, when we really understand our tremendous value and the high purpose that we serve in a real estate transaction, we will do a better job and our buyers will be more successful. And when that happens, we're more successful. And that's what I want for all of you. So thanks for joining me today. Stay tuned for the next video on working with buyers. Thank you.